What are ratios and proportions? Have you ever wondered how to compare different quantities in a simple way? Ratios and proportions are the keys to making sense of numbers and their relationships. Let's break down these concepts so you can tackle those mathematical questions with confidence during your high school exams. First, let's talk about ratios. A ratio is a method to compare two quantities that are of the same kind. It shows how many times one quantity contains or is contained within another. You can write a ratio in several ways, such as a to B, a B, or a divided by B. For example, if you have 2 red balls and 3 blue balls, the ratio of red balls to blue balls is 2 to 3 or 2 divided by 3. Ratios are meaningful only when they compare quantities with the same units. They help us understand relationships in everyday life, like speed, which is distance divided by time, or price per unit, like cost per meter. Ratios give us a way to see the relative size of different quantities without needing to know their exact values. Now let's move on to proportions. A proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equal. This means that two ratios representing the same relationship. For instance, if the ratio of red balls to blue balls is 2 to 3, and you have another box with 4 red balls and 6 blue balls, these ratios are proportional because they simplify to the same value, which is 2 divided by 3. You can express proportions in the form a to B equals C to D, or a divided by B equals C divided by D, where a B, C, and D are numbers. Proportions are particularly useful when you need to solve problems where one quantity is unknown. For example, if a recipe calls for 2 cups of flour for every 3 cups of water, and you want to use 4 cups of flour, you can set up a proportion to find out how much water you need. To sum it up, ratios allow you to compare quantities directly, while proportions help you find missing values by setting two ratios equal to each other. Understanding these concepts is essential for solving various mathematical problems you may encounter in high school exams. Whether you are mixing ingredients, calculating speed, or solving real-world problems, ratios and proportions are tools that will help you succeed.